SWAC basketball today because SWAC basketball media day has just passed us. And now because we're here at Southern University, we're going to talk about our team and especially the SWAC champions from last year, right? Nobody better to talk about on the women's side than the SWAC champion head basketball coach himself at Southern University, my man, Coach Carlos Funchess. Good morning, Coach Funchess.
Good morning, Perry. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing well, man. Now I got you on the phone, man. Hey, I'm talking to a champion.
Well, it's almost time for us to kick it off again.
It is almost time to kick it off.
Know it.
Yes, sir.
I mean, this summer just zoomed by, so it's ready. We're ready to get started. Hopefully, have another successful season.
Let's talk about the success coming from last year. You guys over in Atlanta win the SWAC championship on the women's side. Man, I was there with a joyous, as we say, a joyous occasion to watch the Jaguars get a championship. And then women's basketball, we know this ever-revolving door in the transfer portal. And let's talk about coming from last year into this year, Coach. What players have we lost from last year's team, whether it's transfer portal or whether it's graduation coming into this season?
Well, we lost a lot of experience, Aaliyah Fontenot, Sanaya Reed, Tiana Lidge. She entered the transfer portal, but we lost a lot of experience. But I thought we replaced them with some really good players, and we have a solid nucleus of young ladies coming back. We played 11 or 12 players every game last year, so that gave the other kids a lot of chance to get some experience.
We talk about losing those players, but then, re-recruiting. Always not only recruiting your own players, re-recruiting them, but going out and finding players to be a part of this program. And you have found a way to do this year in and year out. Who are some names or some new players that are going to be a part of this program, as well as for Jaguar fans out there, some reoccurring names from last year's team that ought to be familiar to them?
Well, the new kids we have coming in, we have Michaela Cunningham. She'll be playing that point guard position. I think the fans are really going to love her. I mean, she's a big guard. She's explosive. She can score. She can pass. She can guard. She can do it all. We lost to Leah Fontenot and Sanaya Reed. Both of those young ladies could really stretch teams out and make them guard that three-point line. But we brought in Jalea Reed, a transfer from Mississippi Valley. She can shoot it from 25 feet. Damani Lagway, another young lady from out in California. She came to watch us play against UCLA, liked our style of basketball, and said that she wanted to come here. So we picked her up. Jessica Dixon, from Itawamba Community College. Got her in. She can do it all. She can guard. She can shoot the mid-range jump shot. I mean, she's a terrific player, and she's a winner. Zaria Hurston, she's another young lady. She played her first year at DePaul, went to Coastal Carolina last year, and transferred in here. But she's an explosive player at that 4 position. We have Olivia Delancey. That name might be familiar to you. She's transferred in from FAMU. I mean, she can shoot the 3 balls. She can get to the mid-range, and she can post up some. We needed some more size with the loss of Tiana Lidge. So we picked up Anaja Hall. She's 6'5", transferred from Alabama State. She's a rim protector, and she can also score on that low block. So we replaced the players that we've lost with some really, really good pieces, and I think we have a chance to make another run at this thing.
You're talking about making another run, and that's exactly what the 2025-2026 women's basketball predicted order of finish in the SWAC have you guys at the top spot, number 1 in terms of returning as the SWAC champs. But let's look at the top 5 coming in at number 5, and the rest you guys can go look at. But Grambling State right there at the number 5 spot, Texas Southern right there behind them at the number 4 spot. Now we get in the top 3, Jackson State, Alabama A&M, and then you guys. Looking at the competition level in women's basketball across the SWAC from last year coming into this year, I know the whole idea is the RPI, getting those non-conference victories, and boosting the overall imprint of this conference to the national stage. And for you, have you seen the competition level increase in the SWAC?
Oh, yeah. Each and every year, the coaches have gotten better. The players, with the transfer portal, they have gotten better. So it's going to be a dogfight each and every night. I mean, the number 12 ranked team can beat the number 1 ranked team. So, every night you got to prepare and you got to be ready to go, and you can't have any slip up.
No young ladies on the all SWAC first or second team, but of course you say with the turnaround of this program, and you talked about re-recruiting and recruiting new players. What's different? Any changes on your staff this year of the coaches that's going to be helping you along the way to repeat as that SWAC champion?
No, we're going to have the same staff. I think we have one of the best staffs in the country. I really do. Jeremy Bowden, he does a terrific job as our defensive coordinator. Coach Patrice Carter, she does an awesome job. And we have Coach T.J. Pugh also, and he does a little bit of both offense and defense. But we have a really solid staff, and, we're familiar with each other. So we kind of feed off each other at times.
As I look at this program, and last year you guys, and I cannot quit reiterating, you won the SWAC championship last year, and you found a way to get it done. What is it about going through that non-conference? Because I saw some coaches last year who complained about tough non-conference, but you typically play one of the toughest non-conference schedules in the conference. What is it about those games that prepare you and these young ladies for conference play to have the success that you guys do?
Well, we play teams that play a lot of different styles of basketball. Some of them play zone, some of them press and push up, play man-to-man, and everybody has size, when we play against some of these Power 4 schools. So, they just bring a different dynamic. By the time you hit conference, you should be ready to go and battle tested. So we go out and just try to improve each and every night, regardless of who the opponent is, and just trying to get better. We look for the small victories. You may not win the game, but you look for things like execution on both ends of the court and boxing out and just doing the little things. Just making winning plays. That's what I call them.
And then as we transition, once you get from regular season to conference tournament, you found yourself in a situation no other team was able to do in the SWAC. You were in the NCAA tournament. Talk about that tournament experience and going against teams. And when you talk about the field of the best in the country, for you guys, what preparation was like, because you won that first 4-game in and then went on to take on number 1 seed UCLA. Just that entire experience for you as a coach, but nonetheless preparing for that and what that does for you, your staff, and your team.
Well, you just want to go out and be ready each and every night. We prepare for UCLA just like we would against Mississippi Valley or Alcorn or any team in the conference. Our preparation never changes. We go out, we get ready, we watch film, we do our stretching, we get our game plan. So when it comes to, playing these bigger teams or playing within the conference or outside the conference, we never change. We prepare for each and every game to win. Regardless of what happens, our preparation and the time that we put into our preparation is going to always be there.
When you get that opportunity to showcase your brand and the talent on the national stage the way that you guys did, just like you said, you got a young lady joining the team who saw you guys take on UCLA. But overall, what does that do for the footprint of Southern University recruiting when you were able to do it at the highest level at the rate that you guys have done when it comes to recruiting?
Well, when you go out and you play on national television, that just really puts your brand out there and increases the notoriety, not just for women's basketball, but for Southern University. That the fans are always great wherever we go. I mean, wherever we travel, anywhere in the country, there's going to be a Southern alumni base there. So, we just continue to try to do the right thing and graduate our kids. We have a 100% graduation rate over the last 7 years. So we look to continue that streak as well. They're getting the job done both on and off the court, and we want to be a product that Southern University is going to be proud of.
As you evaluate the players, you say, hey, this player fits our style. Hey, this player could be significant to our program. When you look at yourself and evaluate yourself from last year coming into this year, and you peel back the layer, you look in the mirror, what did you see as you evaluated yourself and learned from last year coming into this year?
Well, we just want to keep evolving with the game, number one, both from a recruiting aspect. And I brought a gentleman in this year to help us install a motion offense. So we're going to do some different things this year. I thought we needed to get more movement on the offensive side. Depending on what lineup we had in, we might not have people that could just take you off the dribble and things like that. So we wanted to put something in that, we could put a bigger lineup in and play two bigs at one time, things like that. But just evolving with the game and not just staying with the same old stuff and trying to get better from a coaching aspect as well as, getting our players in here and being able to do some different things. So I thought we did that this summer. We're on the right track. We've been working since June the 3rd, prepared to try to win another championship. And the work ethic that these young ladies have is off the charts. And we're going to try to make another run at this.
Well, Coach, I appreciate you for coming on this morning and being able to have an opportunity to talk to me. It's not every day I get to talk to a champion, but you are a champion at Southern University. You guys won the SWAC basketball title last year on the women's side, man, and congratulations once again to you and your staff for the tremendous work that you guys do. And I know it can be tough when we talk about schools sometime with the low resources, and we had this conversation last year talking about this ever-changing world, not just the transfer portal, but then we had discussed that NIL, and I know that still is the thing out there, man. What is that like real quick, about 3 minutes, that NIL world out there for you?
It's tough. It's tough. We don't have the money. We don't have the money and the resources to offer kids $40,000 or $45,000 to come to school here. We just tell them that they're going to have an opportunity to get a great education, win some basketball games, and have some great memories.
Yeah.
Southern is home. They're going to treat you like family here, and that's something money can't buy. So, that's our selling point. And our young ladies do a great job of recruiting when we bring recruits in here. I mean, they tell them exactly how it is, and we take care of our young ladies. And as a coaching staff, we're going to give them 100% each and every day, and they know that. And in turn, they tell the recruits the same thing. So, that's something I'm proud of. We treat each and every person like family. So we're going to continue that tradition and continue to have players in here that fit our culture.
Well, you're talking about that culture, and there's a lot of respect on that culture because even with the turnaround, they picked you to repeat as SWAC champions, and much respect to you, Coach, and good luck. And this won't be the last time. We're knocking on the door of basketball season, and we're going to get you back as we start to talk about the non-conference schedule and just the team itself. So, Coach, man, I want to say thank you for coming on this morning, baby, to not only talk to myself, but the Jaguar Nation out there and get them some insight of what's to come in this repeating as the SWAC basketball champions.
It's always a pleasure, Perry. Anytime, just give me a ring.
Yes, sir. This is the voice of Coach Carlos Funchess, head women's basketball coach over at Southern University.